Hey, what's going on, guys? It's week 5 and 6 off-season plan. This will probably be probably a couple more weeks until I start the prep. It's gonna be a short meet prep, probably about 4 weeks. Just because I wanted to get a longer off-season in and just trying to grow and keep getting bigger. So, not too worried about peaking too much for this one. Um, this week and the week 6 went over a lot of different types of variations simply for the fact that a little beat up right now. I'm having some pretty bad elbow tendonitis from the squat days. Just something that I need to work on as far as probably flexibility goes and just rehab stuff. If you guys been following along, my left shoulder's been bothering me for quite some time now, so just mainly doing things to work around that so you can still get work in, which kind of brings me up to the topic of working around injuries and working through them. It's a hard sport. You're gonna get beat up. You're always gonna feel like crap for most of the time. The biggest thing is just to try to maintain a good amount of health and try to get healthy in your off season, so when it is time to peak for a meet and prep for a meet, that you're as healthy as you can be. That doesn't mean skipping days. That doesn't mean taking time off. Unless you're seriously injured, then it's obviously smart to take time off and heal. But it just means being smart with your programming, kind of knowing what's going to mess you up and what's going to keep you healthy, and then just working around that just to make sure that you're still getting quality work in. That's the biggest thing, is just good quality sets. If you're starting to feel beat up, like a lot of these bench presses for me, you'll notice that instead of doing just the simple bench movement, I added chains and bands with lighter weight. Just because once I got over to 405 on some days, the elbow and the shoulder they just weren't having it. So I had to throw on some extra stuff just to kind of get creative. Some days I felt good, so I stayed with the straight weight and pushed the weight. Some days I felt bad, lowered it down, added some bands, added some chains, did some more speed stuff. Still got volume in, because that's the whole point of the off-season plan, is just to accumulate as much volume with different intensities as you can while minimizing fatigue and injury. A lot of times injuries could mean that it is time to take a deload, or it could mean that it's time to just focus on rehab and preventative type stuff. But you still want to get quality of work in. There's only limited time throughout each training cycle to get better, and if you can kind of deal with the pain and still move and not mess yourself up, then find ways to do it. And then just kind of knowing what brings the pain and what doesn't cause the pain. For me, any type of squat with any type of accommodated resistance for heavier weight is going to wreck my elbow for a good 3 to 5 days. So I know the next bench session may not be the best, so make it a volume, make it a speed day. That way you're going in there with some good work and still able to get the objective done, which is either moving the bar fast with volume or just accumulating volume in more of a hypertrophy type style. Same thing with any type of knee pain, any type of nagging little pain. You don't want to quit what you're doing. You want to be smart about it. You want to be proactive about it and get things going in the right direction. But you don't want to take enough time off to where your training's going to suffer. Learning to work around injuries and learning to prevent them as much as possible is going to be the key to consistency and longevity in the sport. And I think if you can be consistent with your training and not get injured, you can become really strong and really good at the sport. It's just one of these sports where it just takes time, and it takes a lot of discipline and a lot of consistency. If you guys have any questions, hit me up at tmnutrition85@gmail. Follow me on Instagram, Tony Montgomery Jr. Check out my ebook, 12 Weeks of Programming, Building a Foundation for the Future and Beyond. Big shout out to Donuts and Deadlifts and Slingshot, my two sponsors. Until next time, guys. See you.